talk about. There's really nothing to talk about besides the game. So we'll get the story right out of the way, and it's going to be Bears coach Matt Nagy. He's, quote, not worried about his job after fifth loss in a row, and that's something, yeah, I kind of agree with. I mean, I don't think it's Matt Nagy's fault. Now, it could be, but I'm not putting the blame on Matt Nagy just quite yet. I'm still placing them on the quarterbacks. I mean, folks, they're not putting up any points. They don't have the best weapons, but they have decent weapons. You have Jimmy Graham as your tight end. That's like a game manager quarterback's dream, to have a great catching tight end, good safety blanket, and they still can't put up points. So I don't know what the heck is going on with them. So yeah, I'm kind of on par with Matt Nagy. I don't think it's him. It's definitely Nick Foles. He can't get it done. Mitch Trubisky can't get it done. I think Matt Nagy's like, yeah, there's nothing I can do this season. We're just kind of trying to establish a winning kind of culture and mentality. I'm going to shore up the defense as much as I can. I'm going to shore up all the other offensive pieces as much as I can, so next year we can draft a quarterback or get one in free agencies, one that we actually know works this time. We can't take another miss here. Matt Nagy can't take another miss, so They have to kind of get a proven quarterback for next year. Maybe draft one this year and develop him good so he doesn't turn out like another Mitch Trubisky. But they have to do something at quarterback because they're just not getting it done. And then we also have some quotes here. These are by Andrew Siciliano about what Matt Nagy was, I believe, is saying right now after the loss from last night. So these are some quotes from Matt Nagy. These just were posted 10 minutes ago, right before we went live. We're able to get them for the show, but here we are. Matt Nagy is talking of personal pride. That's in quotes. He also says, I hope none of us slept last night. Yeah, I mean, folks, they got blown out. I mean, if you didn't watch the game, you're kind of lucky. This game was not 41-25. This was not even that close. Chicago puts up 15 points in the fourth quarter. Take all those points away, it's 41-10. Non-competitive, just down big. I mean, look at this, 20-3 at one point, 27-3. 34-10, 41-10, and that's really the final. I don't care about what you did in the fourth quarter. Congratulations. You went on 5-minute drives at the end of games when the defense is just giving you all that. So you dink and dunk your way when the defense was allowing you to dink and dunk your way for a touchdown, because the defense of Green Bay is just trying to leave healthy. They're trying to leave on time, maybe get out a little earlier than what they were scheduled to. So yes, you're just trying to get the game over with. We don't care what they did in the fourth quarter. This was an utter blowout from start to finish. This offense is so incompetent, and we're gonna try and give Matt Nagy the benefit of the doubt here, but this is it. This is his last season of getting the benefit of the doubt. It really needs to start changing next year. He needs to go and pick the quarterback himself, because this is his team. This is his job on the line next year, so he's got to go and find the right piece next year. Also, some more quotes here. If you really care and you understand what we put out last night, then you'll fix it. Another good quote. Just because, I mean, it was truly awful to watch that performance, especially with Mitch Trubisky. I mean, this man will never get another contract in the league, and it is a little unfortunate. I want to see players get paid and be good and have long, successful careers in the league, but Mitch Trubisky, I mean, this was your one kind of last effort. You're already on your last year of your contract. You're not even that good for a backup quarterback like contract now. Like, I wouldn't sign you if I was a head coach and I needed kind of a quarterback or backup quarterback. I'm not looking at Mitch Trubisky. I mean, if you're not working with this talent, it's not like he has scrubs on the squad. Allen Robinson, Cordell Patterson, Jimmy Graham. They've got decent running backs. I mean, folks, it's not like he's playing with scrubs. Yes, he's not playing with Tom Brady's weapons, but these are still serviceable weapons that he can definitely put up more than 10 points in basically a game. Come on. I mean, Nick Foles could barely put up 20 points a game when he was starter. So it's not just Mitch Trubisky. It is Nick Foles as well. It's just unfortunate. They're both not good. All right, Matt Nagy, we've got a couple more quotes here. Have some personal pride. Have a freaking sense of urgency. Truly. I mean, how much urgent could it have been last night? Primetime game, Mitch Trubisky back in the starting lineup. Y'all just dropped like 4 straight games. Weren't they like 5-2 at one point, 5-1? Another 5-6. Dropped another divisional game against Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers came out after the game and he's like, yeah, I love facing Chicago. That was an actual quote by Aaron Rodgers. I forgot the statistic, but I think he's 25-5 against the Bears. I mean, he owns this series, so I kind of agree with Matt Nagy 100% here. Where the heck is this urgency? Have a freaking sense of urgency. Another quote. yesterday was flat out embarrassing. I was embarrassed, man. I'm ashamed of myself. I'm ashamed by takes by fans because we kind of endorsed Mitch Trubisky. So yes, I kind of feel Matt Nagy's frustration here. Have a sense of urgency. Have some pride, Bears players. Jesus. You're making me look bad, and we can't be having that. Come on. And then the last quote, and then we'll move on. If you fight, if you care, if your DNA allows you to get pissed off, ... The quote didn't finish, but I don't know where he was going with that one. But either way, I mean, Matt Nagy, he's kind of sick of it. He knows that, his job is kind of on the line. He still needs to put a good product together. You still have to coach up your backup quarterbacks. You still have to get everybody in the right mindset to really go play football. And, he's kind of getting everybody there. But, yeah, the defense was bad last night by the Bears, but you can kind of blame that on, the ineptitude of this offense. I'm telling y'all, if you're a defensive player and you're making stops, which they really didn't right from the rip, so I'm not putting all the blame on Mitch Trubisky. This defense of the Bears really cannot stop anything all game. But being a defensive player, if you're just doing such a great job on defense, stopping, holding teams to field goals, getting good field position for your offense, and then your offense does not take advantage, it's such a momentum killer, spirit killer. You don't even want to buy into the team now because you're like, it doesn't even matter. Yeah, we can hold them to under 15 points, but we're not going to put up 15 points. So why are we playing? I can understand that attitude from the defense because this defense was carrying this team in every single one of their 5 wins. Remember week 1 against Detroit, they had to come back in the fourth quarter and score 2 touchdowns. Week 3, when Mitch Trubisky got benched for throwing that interception in the third quarter, Nick Foles came in and threw another interception in the fourth quarter. And they were still down, I think, either 1 or 2 possessions in the fourth quarter. They had to come back. The defense was able to get stops. The defense held the team to have manageable points to be put up by the offense. So, I don't know, man. Bears, they're just done this season. 100% done. They won't make the playoffs. They won't do anything else for the rest of the season. They are 100% done. Mitch Trubisky, this was his time, folks. You had 7 weeks to kind of just take a step back, take everything in, get better on yourself, work on yourself, and he didn't do that. So, unfortunate. All right, so that was Mitch Trubisky and Matt Nagy's quotes, and Matt Nagy's not going to be fired. I don't think that's even an option because of if the quarterbacks were playing decent, then I would say yes, we can maybe look at Matt Nagy, but I think we give this man 1 more year.